Do use your cast iron often to create a non-stick surface. The more you use your pan, the easier it is to use because oil fills in the small holes and uneven edges on your pan to create a slick, hardened, and smooth surface. So basically, the more you use your pan, the better it becomes, and that's why you hear people say that cast iron skillets get better over time.
Myth. You can't use metal utensils in your cast iron skillet. That's not true. You definitely can. Cast iron is incredibly durable, so you can use metal.
Myth. You can't use soap in your cast iron. Not true. This is an old myth that dates back to decades ago when soap was actually made with lye and vinegar. People still think that modern dish soap strips away the seasoning of the cast iron, but it's not true. You can definitely use a little dish soap if you want. Just make sure to wash it out and dry it completely, then season as usual. Don't soak your cast iron with water or let it sit near water. This will rust the cast iron. Rusting isn't fun, but if it happens, don't worry too much. You'll just need to restore or reseason the cast iron before using it again if this happens. Basically, keep your cast iron dry and away from water to avoid rusting.
Myth. Cooking acidic or alkaline food is bad for the cast iron. This isn't entirely true. While these foods can break down the seasoning and cook for long periods of time, if your cast iron is well seasoned, it should be completely fine. Tips to avoid breaking down the seasoning would be wait until your cast iron has a great base layer of slick seasoning, and don't cook and leave acidic or alkaline foods in the pan for too long. Cook them and then store leftovers and clean right away. Now that we've covered a few of the common misconceptions, we will show you how easy it is to clean and care for your large cast iron cookware day to day to build up that seasoning and keep a hardened and slick surface on all your cast iron cookware. Keep them shiny and keep them nice.
You'll need to start with a dirty pan, obviously. You probably don't need to clean your cast iron unless it's already dirty. So as you can see here, we're cooking some steak with butter in a nice hot skillet. Then there's a little bit of butter and steak remnants in the pan afterwards that will be easy to wash out.
So we're going to start by washing it. Just rinse it with water and scrub off some of the residue. You can use soap if you want, we do. Scrub it off all clean and rinse again.
Sometimes we like to dry our cast iron off over heat because the seasoning adheres to the surface even better when the pan's a little bit hot. So just make sure your pan is all dry before you apply any oil.
Once it's completely dry, rub in a small amount of your favorite oil on all sides of the cookware, making sure there's no excess oil anywhere in the pan. That's it. Look how shiny it is. Just store it in a cool, dry place until you use it next time.
If you have food stuck on your skillet, you might just need to give it a little extra attention, but you can get it off just fine. You can use the Lodge pan scraper to get rid of the stuck on bits of food. And if there's still pieces of food stuck on after scraping it, you can add a little water to your skillet and deglaze your pan by simmering or boiling the water for a few minutes, and then the food will come loose. Then you can just rinse your pan with water, scrub, and use soap if desired, then rinse again.
Dry thoroughly right away. You can use a towel or a stovetop method like we showed earlier.
Okay, once it's completely dry, you're just gonna add a small dab or a thin layer of your favorite cooking oil. We like to use avocado oil since it has a pretty high smoke point and usually cooks at pretty high heat. So just use a paper towel, rub the oil in completely until it's absorbed on the surface, and you just don't want any excess oil on the surface of your cast iron or it will make it sticky. Once everything's absorbed, you just store it away until next time, and that's it.
All right, that's it, you guys. I hope you found these tips helpful.
And if you want to find our full cast iron care and cleaning guide, you can visit our website at afullliving.com.